Good morning. Good morning. It's me again. Arthena East to how you been? I don't know what day this is, but we are doing my vlog, and I cannot wait to look back and kind of see was once I grow. I don't like it, but every day things change. Every single day, I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago. And I'm not the same person I'm going to be 20 years from now. But I tell you what, today I'm having fun. Like I'm doing a darn thing, y'all. Don't be looking at the arm side about that. I'm doing a darn thing. So I've been doing my vlogs, um, getting up every day, getting dressed, showing up. It's not easy. I'm gonna say that. So I always thought like I don't know. I don't always think anything. I've always done service businesses. Like my brother, he's a plumber, and my father was a plumber, and my grandfather was a plumber. So it's like a family business, but it's a service business. And they've done very well for themselves, and I'm very proud of them. I worked on a service business. I used to write business plans, do strategic planning. Um, I'd help you set up all of your functions and your financial controls. I'll help you track, monitor, set up an inventory system. There's so many things that I can do to help you run your business. Implementation specialist, that is my thing. So once you have a plan together, I will put it into action. And I'm just tired of looking at that thing that I can see myself. Now I can barely see myself. I can kind of see I see my red eyes. But I'm gonna say this. A service business limits your capacity. I think about it all the time. Like I totally enjoyed writing business plans. I enjoy doing the analysis to make sure there were accomplishments every month. I did the budget and reconciliations every month to make sure that your spending habits were in line and you were entitled to all the money that you received. For example, if you bought something on a credit card, maybe they charged you twice. You have to do a reconciliation to make sure that didn't happen. Maybe you took something back and the receipt was for $150 and what you took back was for $75. You have to reconcile that in your books. I'm encouraging everybody to get at the beginning of every year, get just a 1040 and get a Schedule C. That's it, 1040 and Schedule C. A 1040 is where you usually file your personal income tax return. That has all the categories for all the adjustments and deductions that you qualify for. Read it. Spend your money with conscious actions. Like I used to teach a youth entrepreneurship program, and what I taught my children was investment spending. Investment spending is a real thing. I decided I wanted to invest in Common Soul. Now, Common Soul is like $49.99. I don't know why they do that. Just give me the penny. Make my books work better. It's $49.99 per month is what I'm paying. And to me, that is a solid investment. People can automatically register by just typing register in the search bar, and it registers them to shop on my live. So when I go live, I just say comment sold and whatever the number is up at the top. And it automatically puts that item in their shopping cart, which is their messenger. Then when I'm done and they're done, they have 7 hours to make that purchase, or the cart expires. After the cart expires, then that purchase is available for somebody else. But hey, here's the cool thing about that. There's a wait list. So I'll know what products people want. And then I can order those products and send out an email and say, hey, this product will be available in about 3 weeks. Do you want to pre-order it and get it in 3 weeks? They can say yes or no. I don't have to spend their money. I love Comment Sold. It's a good investment. It saves me money. There are other apps that do the same thing. I just don't use them. Facebook Live is one of them. And I don't want to like mention one product and not another, like I have privy to some information. I don't. I'm just out here living my life, doing the best that I can do, trying to make things work. I am selling my jewelry every day. Am I selling a lot? No. Am I getting attention? Well, yeah. I just realized that if you do anything, it'll get attention. I never realized that before today. And I just think that it's so, I don't know, it's so new for me. Like, before today, everything I did was my own personal life. It was my own personal space. I used to think about when I was a kid, I used to say I wanted to run for president. So I'm going to say this out loud to the people. I'm not going to say any names, but these people are going to know who they are. I really wanted to get involved in my community. So I started showing up for political meetings and things like that. When they would ask questions, I decided I was going to participate because if you don't participate, then it doesn't happen. So one of my dreams when I was a little girl is I wanted to be president of the United States. There's nothing wrong with having a dream. Nothing. Will I ever be president of the United States? I doubt it. Did I have an opportunity to work on a presidential campaign? Yes. And did I take that opportunity? Yes. And did I enjoy it? It was okay. I mean, just like anything, it's work. So you can't say that you love working on this and not work loving on that and all this stuff, and it pays you and it makes you money. I mean, you enjoy living your lifestyle, so you have to enjoy something. So anyway, so I'm saying yes. I'm in these meetings and I'm saying yes, and I start sharing me. This is when I stopped. I kind of really got into my introversion self. I started sharing me, and people are like, "Why are you out here? Why are you doing this?" Well, I didn't have any reason. I wasn't trying to remove a candidate. I wasn't trying to advocate against the candidate. The first person I ran against was, and I have to say his name because if you do like a Facebook search or Athena Easterwood, you'll see I ran for city council. I think that was my very first um like large public office seat. I ran for a seat before that and I won it. And so city council, I was at a point in my life where I was a foster parent, I'll say that. And all of the children that I fostered, I love them. Even to this day, like I don't still talk to most of them. And there were some of them that I really hope they never, ever get in touch with me. There were some that when they got in touch with me, um, they tried to get me in a lot of trouble. I wasn't interested in that because I genuinely was a foster parent because I wanted to help people, which is the same reason I was in politics, because I wanted to help people. And it was that genuine desire to help people that really it really affected me. I'm Mormon. We always cry when it gets too emotional. So that really affected me. I still love those girls. There are two that if they ever try to contact me, and you two girls know who you are, so please don't ever try to contact me because I don't ever want to talk to you. Like, I thought we were getting along great. I thought we had the best relationship out of everybody that had ever lived with me. And these two girls got me in the most trouble of my life. And all I did was love them. And so that hurt me. So anyway, so I was a foster parent. So I was running for office. I was dragging my kids, and I had a bunch of kids. I was dragging my kids around with me everywhere, getting them to know people. So I'm sharing myself and I'm telling people my stories. And it was my life that really got in my way. So one person said that I have kids and I'm a single parent, so I shouldn't run for office and I shouldn't be doing it. So that turned a lot of people away from me. Another person, he helped me. Oh my goodness, he helped me. And I am endeared to him, not because he did anything other than just be supportive. So I think he's still an official. And I'm going to say this because I want you to vote for him. He's on the Johnson County Community College Board of Trustees. I haven't talked to him since like maybe 2000. I don't know, when did I run for office? 2015 or 16 or something, a while ago. But his name is Lee Cross. Last time I looked, he was still on the Johnson County Community College Board of Trustees. If Lee Cross ever runs for an office, I will vote for him. I will be on your team. He was like the most supportive person that I met in politics. Now, this is where I started getting a little, whoa. Oh, by the way, Lee Cross told me that if my campaign was ever a disaster, that means that its leader is a disaster. And I had to take a good hard look at myself. Was I a disaster? I was a disaster. I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought, like, if somebody says, do you want to run for office? They'll help you. But That's not the case. When you say that you want to run for office, you are on your own. But that's not just politics, that's anything. Like, if you're going to do it, you are on your own. My kids are like, Mom, every time you do something, why do we have to work? I'm like, because I need the support. But I'm out here and I'm in this jewelry thing, and I'm my daughter, she's supporting me, but she won't come to my lives. I keep expecting her to. My children don't show up on my lives. They're the most supportive people in the whole world. I'm supported by so many people in the world. But when you do something, when I do something, I'm carrying that torch, no matter how many people support me. So anyway, here I am in politics. I'm sharing my life with people. And I told one person in a meeting my dreams when I was a little kid. It was the first meeting I ever had in politics. I sat down, I'm like, okay, I want to get out here and help people. When I was a kid, I said I wanted to run for president. So I'm out here learning the political environment. And I tell you what, when I got up to the Wizard of, when I got to Oz, when I got to Oz and I looked behind that curtain, my stomach turned, it soured, and I walked away. I ran for a few offices, but the things that I said in that conversation, people will come back and ask me about it, and I was too embarrassed to admit it. So I wasn't comfortable exposing myself to people like I am today. Not as good as I'll be in 20 years, but not as bad as I was 20 years ago. So I guess I'm at the halfway mark between where I've been and where I'm going. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So when you share your dreams and people confront you about those, just, be honest about it. I think that was the one thing that if I could go back in my political career and change, and I'm going to go back into politics. So this isn't a situation where I'm like, oh, I was in politics and I had a bad experience. I had a great experience. I learned a lot about people. There was this one lady I call my arch nemesis, and I don't know why. Just let me tell you about this woman. I'm going to say this one thing about this woman, and then I'll probably never, ever talk about her ever again. When I first started running, she never really supported me. That's fine. Who cares? Then the next office I ran for, she found a candidate to run against me. So, okay. So she totally 100%, not only did she not support me, she stomped me on the ground. And she did a good job. I didn't have the time, the energy, the wherewithal. My health wasn't that great. I couldn't fight it, and I didn't know what I was doing. She stomped me into the ground. And at some point, I kind of gave up. Then the next time somebody asked me to run for office, I told them I didn't want to run for office. He said, it is very important that even if you don't want to run for office, even if you don't plan on doing anything, that if you get the office that, serve. So I'll serve. If I win, I'll serve, but I don't have the time to put energy and effort into that because it was a free office. It was an office that you get for free. One of the benefits of running for office is that the perks that you get, people get to know you, which means that more people buy from you because now your business that you sell is more well known because of who you are. That's why my domain name is ArthenaEasterwood.com. Don't worry about finding me. I'm easy. If you know me, you know where I'm at, ArthenaEasterwood.com. So he convinces me I should run for this free office. I did not want this office because I could not afford another free thing on my plate. I had all these kids to take care of, and I had all these things that I was trying to do in my life because I didn't want to be level stagnant or something like that. This woman told people to vote for me. She knew I didn't want this office. She knew I didn't win, but she knew that I would serve if I did. So here she goes, taking her little hot tail all around, telling people to vote for me and support. Do you know I almost won that race? I would have served. My life would have been like, I don't know what it would have been. That was the road not taken. I almost won. And let me tell you something. If I had kept going, the person that did win, well, we won't talk about that, but I'll just say this. I cannot believe, lady, that the one office I said I didn't want was the only office that you supported me for. So after that, I got out of politics because I realized that emotionally, I wasn't prepared to not choke somebody's ass out. So here I am today. You see me behind me, my jewelry store. That's my jewelry closet. So every morning I set up right over there, 7 pieces of jewelry because that's what I can do. I look at everybody else and what they're doing and their lives and how they're selling and everybody's growing and doing stuff. Look, I got my little office. I wish I could show it to you, but it's just the size of a bedroom. It's in the back of my home. Um, what? I've got jewelry everywhere because I don't have a place to store. Like I'm brand new. I'm brand new and I'm not gonna let anything stop me. I'm not. I don't, so what? I don't have a place to store it. I got it all laid out all over my pool table. No pool for a while, no scrapbook, no crafts, no art, no modeling, no drawing, no nothing. Jewelry. I done took all my food off of these like mobile shelves I got, these storage units. I took all my books down. I took everything down. I got one bookcase left that still got stuff on it. And I'm about to clear that out and put jewelry on that too. My whole life is turning into jewelry. Not because, oh my gosh, I gotta make a lot of money, but because it's a productive thing for me to put my time and energy into. I like writing the business plans. I like strategic planning. I like implementing all of the strategies and plans and things that I put together. I like doing these things. As a service business, you can only do so much for one company. And since I give so much, my capacity was only like 2 or 3 people a year. And since I worked with people that really needed the help, because what I provide is a very expensive service, and I work with people that really needed the help, and I was working for them at a reasonable cost. So my profit, yearly profit was, I guess if you were judging my success by my yearly profit, I broke even. I broke even every year. And since my expenses were very minimal, breaking even is an accomplishment, but it's not near where I am now. Like I've only been doing, I did that from 2004 and I'm still doing it. I still write business plans. I still help people. Do I do it as a business? No, no. But I started learning how to do it in 2004 and I'm good. if I, I'm good. But now I'm good for me. I'm good for myself. So I don't like go out and offer to help people with anything anymore. And when I get businesses, I do a lot of qualifications. Before I used to take any type of client. Now if I'm going to help you, I'm going to ask questions. And it's going to hurt my feelings if you turn me down or if you refuse to answer my questions or if you call me bad things. But that's what I'm gonna do anyway. I'm gonna take that every single time because I'm not gonna waste my time on another person that thinks they want something and is not willing to get out there and get it. I'm selling jewelry. I'm not good at sales. I'm not. That was another one of my weaknesses. Like to get out there and sell you something. Can I persuade you? Can I convince you? Yes. Can I sell to you? Yes. Am I comfortable with it? No. What if I say something that is endearing to you? For example, I'm gonna sell you this ring, right? I used to teach my kids this in my youth entrepreneurship class. And I would say, okay, so I'm gonna give you something and I want you to sell it. And when you're teaching kids how to sell stuff, you got to teach them in the most basic, rudimentary way possible. So I would say, okay, I'm gonna give you this thing and I want you to sell it. And I would usually start out with something simple that they know about, like a pen. I was gonna sell a ring, but I would always go with a pen for them. And I'd say, now I want you to sell this pen. And there were no rules. And so some of my kids would come up with some pretty things, like pretty cool things, like if you use this pen, you can like do all this cool stuff with it. So anyway, I'm gonna sell it to you. I'm not gonna try to remember all of theirs because if I don't remember it in this context, it won't work. So here's an example. Have you seen this pen? It's blue. But this pen isn't like any other pen that you've ever seen. This pen is a little different. So when it's in the light, look at that. The pen changes colors. Okay. Have you ever seen a pen do that? Well, of course you have. No, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna break character. Have you ever seen a pen do that? Let me tell you something that this pen does. If you ever need to like prop up something like your phone, You can use this pen to do that. It's sturdy. It won't break. It won't bend. It'll stand in place. If you look at this tip, can you see the tip really good? That is a medium tip. Now, medium tips are good if you want to make a statement when you're writing. So let's say that you use a thinner pen. A thinner pen is kind of a shallow way of saying something. A thicker pen is more like you're yelling at someone. So this medium tip pen will give you a good message and people will receive it very well. Now this pen is blue and it's not just any blue. It's more like a turquoise light blue and it's a gel pen. So this pen has sparkles in it and it has gel. So if you need something to really stand out, this pen is really good and it's important as opposed to this pen. So two different pens. One of them will do more for you. This pen is average. Everybody does it. You can always get this pen anywhere. It doesn't do anything special. But this pen, on the other hand, this pen will change. It'll change the way you think about what you're doing. It'll change the way you present what you're doing so that you can be more effective. Okay, right. So is that true? Yeah, it's true. But did you need to hear all that? Well, I only told you that because I wanted you to buy my pen. Did I do anything wrong? No. But I potentially convinced you to spend money that I don't think you might necessarily need. This pen is fine. This pen is $5. This is my free pen. This is when I used to be Arthena's bookkeeping company. Can you see that? Will it focus? So this is my Arthena's bookkeeping company pen, and I have a stylus. But again, I don't need stuff like this because my capacity was 2 or 3 per people a year, which means I wouldn't only tell my business to like 20 people because if half of those people wanted my services, I couldn't serve them. Now, baby, I can sell to 50 people at the same time right now. Line up. Come on, bring it in. Line it up, line it up, line it up. I will get you taken care of. And baby, if I don't got what you want, make sure you come back because I'm going to have it. There's nothing to stop me. Even the amount of money that I have to spend cannot stop me. That's called good budgeting. If you know what you're doing and you can budget it, baby, can't nothing stop you but you. So anyway, that is my blog. I got my hair put up. I get up in the mornings. I'm like, oh, I got to get up, get dressed, put my makeup on, go to work. I'm at work, y'all. I'm at work. And what do I have to do for work? I have to let you know about the jewelry. If you want to be a paparazzi independent business consultant, you can get a ring like that. Boom, boom. That's just for us. You can only have it if you're a consultant. What else I got? I got a bracelet over here somewhere. You get these cool cards. Like, it's everything. This is a fashion fix set. All I have to do is sit here and sell the jewelry. Spend money. Everything is set up. I don't have to set up. Well, I still got to do like my internal controls and inventory tracking. If you're listening, one of the things I'm working on is how to track my inventory so that I know exactly where it is. Right now, I know where it is because I go to my pool table and I look all around and I find the one that looks like the one that I have, and then I pick it up and put it in the bag. What I want to do is I want to be able to scan my inventory, and I want it to say that it's in box 1. So I'll go to box 1 and find that piece of inventory. But I'm not sure how to get that system set up, like unless I do it in 2 separate systems, which I guess I could do it in an Excel spreadsheet, just item 1, the SKU, the description. But that is just I'm just gonna have to build that whole new database. I was hoping somebody already had one built so I don't have to build one, but I might have to just build one and do what I got for now. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me on my vlog. I'm telling you how it's going, how it's doing. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute. There was this man I used to go out to eat with all the time. And whenever I love him. He was so good to me. He was like my bestest friend ever. And he's no longer with us. And I'm really sorry about that. Rest in peace, my dear friend. But every time we would go out to eat, his nose would run. And so I think about that all the time. Every time I'm in front of people, I'm like, is my nose running? Oh my goodness. So anyway, thank you for joining me on my vlog. Check back. Let's see what's going on soon. I want to get a big, big, big shout out to my inspiration. Her name is Maggie. Maggie, you are phenomenal, girl. Aussie girl. Aussie. Aussie girl Maggie. And I'm loving her. And I know I say Maggie because she's Australian and you pronounce her name Maggie, but it's spelled Margie. Like, so I'm like, I'm going to say it in French, Maggie. So anyway, Aussie girl. And she's got a few channels on YouTube. So you should really Mixed and Nerdy is one of them. If you have a chance to look at Mixed and Nerdy. I'm so inspired by that couple. Like, yeah, I love it. She's my daughter-in-law. Her husband is my son. And that baby that they got, that's my baby. So don't even worry about it. Eunice girl, I love you, but that's my baby. So I don't know. Check out Mixed and Nerdy. They have some pretty interesting things. And Aussie girl, she talks about being an Australian and American. I'll tell you what, it's different. My husband is Jamaican. And in Jamaica, like white people and black people, we're all just people. But uh in America, something totally different. And so Mixed and Nerdy talks about that. Aussie girl talks about that. I have a page, it's called Black American History, where I am in the process of collecting information because I'm going to write a book to support my youth entrepreneurship programs in the future. And it's going to be called Black American History. I wanted to support the Black American history experience in February, but I wanted to continue throughout the year. So those are just a couple of the things. Well, that's one of the things. You know, if you're on Facebook, get Black American History. Yeah, it's a black banner with yellow writing. Join me everywhere. I'm on Pinterest, Snapchat, YouTube. I want your friendship. Be my friend. Have a good day, guys.